I'm feeling really grateful for all the comments, likes, and new subscribers this past week, especially with this wood spirit I recently shared. It's really fun for me to share my passion for wood carving, and to get so many encouraging words is igniting my drive to create more. Many people have asked what type of wood this is. It's actually the outer bark of a cottonwood tree. If you're not familiar with the world of wood carving, cottonwood bark is a favorite medium of many because it's fairly soft to carve and contains beautiful grain patterns that make each piece unique. In this video, I will try to explain my process for carving a wood spirit. I'll explain some of the major steps I take, but if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If I don't get to you directly, I'll cover it in the next video. To start, I'm not looking to carve any specific shapes. I'm just carving off the outer bark and rounding it to determine where the face will sit. Of course, I know the nose will stick out the farthest, so I begin to give a slope from the high point of the nose to the forehead. Drawing in a center line, I start measuring for the placement of the nose, eyes, and the other shapes I want to find. Switching between some gouges and my knife, I'm able to better establish the nose and eye sockets. I'm careful not to carve too deep and make drastic cuts that I will regret later. I like carving the nose first because it gives me a good reference point to measure other facial features. Using a small gouge, I mark off the nostrils. A knife helps round the nostril and give a starting point for the smile lines. With the smile line cut in, I can make deeper cuts to create space above the mustache. I also use the gouge to cut under the mustache. Focusing my attention back to the eyes, I use a V-tool to define the brow and give some depth to the eyes. I use a small U-gouge to find the eyelids. I like using X-Acto blades to cut in the fine details like the eyelids and the eyeball. The V-tool helps me cut in wrinkles around the eye and start to really give some character to this wood spirit. A lot of people ask me why so many carvers like carving these old bearded men. I can't speak for everyone, but for me, I am drawn to the myth of wood spirits. I love reading about ancient mythology, and wood spirits can be seen in many cultures. I find it fascinating that these myths continue to inspire the imagination for so many people. Not to be too philosophical, but after carving for many years, I'm finding that there is spirit in wood. I feel it all the time while I'm carving, and it's the same feeling I get when I'm in nature. So, carving these wood spirits is an easy way for me to relax even after a busy day working and running around with the family. Another reason I love carving these wood spirits is because it's fun to carve these long flowing beards. I start with a wider number 7 palm gouge and find the flow of the beard. Switching to a small U-gouge, I begin to add detail. Some light sanding helps smooth out the lines before I add the final detail with a V-tool. While adding the eyebrows, I'm careful not to cut too deep since the eyebrows should be much thinner than the beard. The last step is to use the X-Acto knife to cut out the pupil. A small file helps clean around the eyes. I had fun carving this wood spirit. One of my carving goals for a long time has been to start adding more expression to faces. This particular piece feels like a milestone for me because I love the look that I captured in this face. Thanks for watching this little tutorial. Let me know what you think about this carving in the comments, and I'd love to hear any ideas for carvings you'd like to see me try in the future.